Okay, I have tried to record this video literally 18 times, so if it's too dark in here, if my mic is too fucked up, it's just gonna have to be dealt with for this video because I am not having a fun time right now. So, yeah, it might be a little bit dark. I'm sorry, it's just gonna have to be that way. So, before we get into the video, like and sub, use my affiliate codes in the description, and let's get into the video. So I have never actually used a ZA before in my lifetime before this, and this is the packaging. You get everything normal, and you just get some feet in there and the mouse. I've never actually used a ZA before, so this was my first time using one, and I really enjoyed it, honestly. The ZA13-C, $70, which is, I mean, classic Zowie price. We will get into that a little bit. 65 grams. This is their lightest offering. Feels nice. The weight feels perfectly fine. 3360 sensor still. You have your DPI on here and your polling rate. Sensor feels fine to me. You can also use this button when you're the mouse 4 when you plug it in, and it will lower the debounce. Classic Zowie skates, we will also get into that. In the shape, 121 millimeters long, 40 millimeters at its highest, and 57 millimeters at its grip width. And still the classic Huano Zowie switches. Now let's just get into the shape right away. Because I've never used this, getting used to the low button height was actually pretty easy because I'm so used to the FK2, and this really kind of reminded me of an FK2 just with a really bulbous hump. Like I claw into fingertip, and it felt really nice, like really nice. If you palm, there's just better options. If you pure fingertip, there's just better options. I think if you claw, this is just a really nice mouse. It's narrow. The hump it fits in my palm perfect. Like, it's not too wide, it's not too like bulgy, it's not too anything. It's just like a perfect hump in my opinion. And yeah, it feels really nice in hand. But let's get into the actual parts of the mouse now. We're gonna get into the switches and stuff. So the main clicks are still using Huanos, and let's just get into the sound test of all the buttons first. Right and left click. Side buttons. Scroll wheel. Alright, so the main clicks, super crispy. They're kind of a mix between the FK2C and the EC3C clicks. Super light, lighter than the FK2C clicks, heavier than the EC3C clicks. Really sorry, really nice, like really nice. There is some post travel, maybe a little bit more than I would want, and a little bit of pre-travel, but the travel on these mice makes it just feel super soft, and it's not like a bad pre or post travel. I don't think. They feel really nice. No wobble, of course, and they feel consistent anywhere you press them and with each other. Now let's talk about the scroll wheel a little bit. I have an issue with my scroll wheel. It's squeaky. It doesn't affect me in game or anything. It squeaks. But other than that, it's a classic Zowie scroll wheel, and you can kind of hear it here. Hold on. You could probably hear it a little bit at the end. It does squeak, doesn't affect me or anything, but it's 24 step, super tactile, nice in game. The click is heavy, and it's nice in game. A lot of people who don't like Zowie scroll wheels, I like them. I don't like Vaxi wheels, oddly enough, but I do like these wheels. Getting into the side buttons, I think the side buttons are very mediocre. I don't think they're as good as the EC3C side buttons, which were just super nice. These ones feel kind of hollow. I mean, they're fine. There's no real issues with them. There's not any real post or pre-travel. I have a little bit of pre and post on my top one here. But I mean, they feel fine in general. The shape of them is nice. The positioning is fine. They're just not amazing, but they'll get the job done. There's nothing to really talk about. Nothing wrong, nothing amazing. The feet. So the feet, I was surprised by. I thought I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to just change them, blah blah. They feel really, really, really nice for some whatever reason. They feel super nice on this mouse. And yeah, I don't know. They just feel really, really nice. I'm not going to change them. They're controlled. They're smoother. They're not super fast. They're nice. Not fast at all. Now, let's get into this stress relief. So this is something that they updated. Same thing with the sidewalls. They were having some creaking issues, stuff like that. They fixed it. There is absolutely no creaking on this mouse. You can get the side buttons to actuate if you really monkey grip it, but nobody's doing that in game. It's perfectly fine, but no creaking on the mouse anywhere. The stress relief is so good to the point where if you're going to make a wired mouse, I think companies need to start using a stress relief like this now, because everything is going wireless. But I could use this in every day and have absolutely no problems with it wired, because the stress relief is just that good. You can see it here. It's just really like, I mean, look how far that angles. It doesn't even touch your mouse pad. The cable is on the nicer side. It's not the best cable out there, but the stress relief is just so good that it really just helps it. So yeah. Now, the coating is something I don't love about Zowie mice. I don't hate it either. The feeling of the coating isn't what gets me. The feeling is fine to me. I actually like the feeling of Zowie coatings a lot. The issue that gets me is how disgusting they get. They get so gross. They get glossy after you use it for a long time. They get oily just from me holding it in this video. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but there's fingerprints everywhere, and I cleaned this mouse right before I started the video. If you don't wipe this mouse down, you're just going to be you literally feel the oil on the triggers and stuff. So on the buttons. So you need to wipe this mouse down. It gets really gross after a period of time, but okay, I just changed something in my camera settings just because it got super light out for no reason. But yeah, coating gets really, really gross. But I mean, other than that, like, the mouse is really, really good. $70 if you want a narrow claw grip mouse that's just, Zowie. I mean, I like it. In my opinion, Zowie C series is still the best wired series out there that you can get. There's so many options. They're all good. They all don't have there's no build quality issues with any of them. They all just feel really, really good. So if you want something that fits this bill, just get it. I mean, hopefully Zowie Wireless comes out soon. But I mean, yeah, that's the end of this video. I think it's still worth $70. It's nice. I really like it. Yeah, that's the end of this video. Peace.